Hey, welcome back to another episode of Johnscryptotherapy. First off, I just want to say thank you all for tuning into this video. Today's video is going to be a little bit more technical. Let's get right into the finer details of exactly what price is doing. So hopefully you guys do pay attention. This is just a little gem of what my students will experience. For all those that did apply, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving yourself the opportunity of a lifetime to change your life, to change the way you think about the markets. For those that I did get a chance to talk over the phone, you guys gave me the experience of looking into your life and just being so passionate about the things that I do. So I love what I do. I can't wait to share every single moment with all my students and to develop them into great traders. I want them to be able to not just trade Ecomi tokens, to trade anything in the crypto market and also transition their knowledge into Forex as well. So this is my way of showing my gratitude to all my students by saying, thank you for just being amazing. Other than that, 100 students will be picked later today or during this weekend. So if you guys are chosen, I can't wait to make you guys a part of my trading family. So welcome to the family. To all those that will be able to make it, to all those that don't get that opportunity, I really do apologize. Remember, next year, same time, we'll still have an open session as well, and you guys can become traders that time as well. So please make sure to focus in today's video. We're gonna get right into it, so let's get right here. So when we're looking at this market, let's look at this very carefully. I'm gonna go a little bit faster so you guys see what is happening. So right here, guys, we do have bullish momentum. We've seen price breaking structure. This is what we want to see. This candle is exactly where new traders, retail investors would come into the market and lose a ton of money. Reasons why, yes, you would have made money because you broke out of structure, it still went up, but majority of the time, if you don't wait for a retest of structure, you're going to lose out. You're not going to get your good risk to reward ratio. Reasons why it's important to get your good ratios is because you're trying to get a deal. It's like going to the markets or going for Christmas shopping, going for all those great stuff that you would normally do, but get it for a discount. Once you could do that and you get it for a discount, even if you lose, you're only losing a little amount. In this game, it's not about how quick you could get rich. It's about how long you could stay in the business for. And that's the psychology when it comes to trading. So to understand this, you want to make sure you put your risk to reward really well. So let's look at this very carefully. If we got into this trade right here, and we said at the end of this candle, we've seen a bullish move and we said to each other, look, I want to see price going up. So if price is going up, let me make this smaller right here so we can just squeeze this in and then we'll zoom this in right here. If we want to get a good risk to reward, you want to bring this all the way to the bottom right here of this bullish move to the upside. Right here, we're not even 2-to-1. So look at this very carefully. If we're doing 2-to-1, let's go find our 2-to-1 and then you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. So 2-to-1 is roughly around here. So absolutely guys, if you have taken this trade right here, you would have made a good profit. But look very carefully, there was a reversal right around this section. For a lot of retail investors, they will say, you know what, this was a good trade. I made some money and you know what, I maybe know how to trade. That is absolutely wrong. I've been into trading. I felt the feeling of being a good trader for a little, but that success can only be short term. It's like impulse. In order to be a great trader, you got to be able to do this for years to come. So once you could do it for more than a year, then you could put yourself in a profitable category. Don't look at yourself in good months and say to yourself, look, I'm a great trader and I don't really need trading. I do believe everybody does need trading. Even myself, I always try to go back into the books, re-educate my fundamental materials, because if you do that, you'll only get better over time. So let's look at this very carefully. That is a great trade. For a lot of new traders, this is the way they would typically do it. But for real traders that are looking to understand that the price is going to pull back, this is the real way to trade. You'll put your fib retracement right here. We put at the top wick. We have a wick rejection of 61.8. A lot of people would say, you know what, I'm putting out orders, and I would typically put out orders around this level, 61.8 or even 50, because I would say I want to make sure I get a good level to buy the markets. I don't want to buy for high. I want to buy on a discount. So if that's the case and we're looking for this retracement and we fell into this retracement, this is the most important thing to a lot of traders that are wondering, okay, that's pretty cool. How would you do this? You could go from the wick. Let's just say we got into the 61.8. You would move your stop loss all the way here, and then you will still look for that 2-to-1. So now we're going to look for our 2-to-1. So let's get into that right here. And let's do this like that. And when we look into our 2-to-1, let's do this. So when we look for our 2-to-1, look at this very carefully. It's going to be roughly around here. So now, do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? So the risk to reward, it is the same, but the principle of getting into the move earlier and understanding that, and with the healthy pullback, you would have been in profits and already hit your take profit within the first 8 hours. Okay, guys, look at this very carefully. This is the first 4 candle. This is the other 4 candle, and it hit our take profit. So that's the best way to trade. And this analogy is the best way if you want to be a great trader. If you miss out on an opportunity, that's no biggie. But I understand a lot of people are holding a lot of Omi and they just want to hold it for a long period of time. But you need to put yourself in a situation. Are you an investor or are you a trader? Traders do not care about where the price is eventually going to go. It is for a short period of time to understand exactly where we're going to look to take profits, how the price is going to reverse. And while doing that, of course, you can invest into some Omi and hold it for the long time. So it's like a win-win situation, but you got to understand exactly what to do. Okay. So let's look at this very carefully. We're going to look exactly where price is and we're going to understand more things about this. So I'm going to put the minus right here. Let's get right into this. So right here, guys, you could see something really, really cool. So this strategy, I just want to bring it into exactly what the future did and exactly what you should have done if you wanted to be a great trader. So when you guys look at this very carefully, we have lower lows and lower highs. So we see price going lower, then we have a lower high. Then guess what happens, guys? We see price doing the same thing, lower lows, and then guess what? Lower highs. And once we get to a lower high position, we had a double top. Double top gave us confirmation that price was eventually going to find resistance and going back down. Once we seen that double top, a lot of my students already understood typically we will see a bearish sentiment. Once we had that bearish move, we seen a lower low, then we had a lower high, guys. Do you see the sequence of trends? We're seeing lower highs, lower lows, and then eventually we broke the lower low with another lower low. So guys, look at this very carefully. We're still making behaviors to the downside. And this is what's important if you're trying to learn how to trade. It is the behavior issues of trading. Yes, Elliott wave is good. It is a principal way to trade, and a lot of students do like that. But if you're looking on behavior and you're looking on just strict price action, this is absolutely the way to go. So once again, guys, look at this cool thing. We did have this move to the downside. Let's focus right here and we're going to understand exactly what you would have done. So I did get a lot of students telling me, hey John, look, I entered into the market and you wouldn't believe it. So right here, a lot of students did enter into the markets and I want to show you what they experienced. So right here, they entered into the market right around this time. Yes, you would have made a ton of profits anyways, because eventually we did see price going back down. But taking the risk around here, there is a great chance that if price is not going to be respected up here, guys, it is going to break above structure. Eventually, we did see a nice rejection up here, thus giving us the confirmation that price is eventually going to go down. To a lot of my students that did get into this trade, fantastic. For those that did understand the principle on why I say it's important to look at these key principles before entering a trade, great job as well, okay? So this is the most important thing when you're looking at these price predictions or analysis. You want to put your fib retracement. Look at the fib retracement around the 61.8. The body's around the 50. We have good confirmation. It was really respected around this level, a big bullish candle. Then it's being stopped right at this level, showing us that, price is eventually going to go lower. So to a lot of people that were looking to trade it, they could have put a breakout strategy, wait for price to actually break this level, then enter into a position to the lower side or wait for another pullback. A lot of people felt comfortable this was a trade for them and they got into a position. And this is why it's important. Key pullbacks are very important if you're trying to continue the major trend. So if the trend is your friend and you're following into a bearish descent, you want minor pullbacks just like this right here for the price to eventually go lower. For all those that are wondering, hey, look, we have Pokemon release or some kind of news, shouldn't we see price going up? Look, at the end of the day, if that interests you, that's totally fine. But put yourself in a shoe of a whale. Would that really interest a whale? Not typically. Some whales do not find that interesting. All they find is maybe lower price, manipulation of price, or finding levels to buy the price and destroy all the small fishes. So think about that in that shoes, okay guys? A lot of whales don't really care about projects in a sense. all they care about is just putting their money and getting a great ROI. That is the way a lot of whales work, and you might be surprised that whales do think like that, okay? So please make sure to keep that in mind. So let's make this into a bigger picture. All right, so we had this move, we understood what to do, and to a lot of my students, they already took profits. It's very simple, guys, and I want to show you guys exactly where they took profits. Right here, we're gonna go for the short right here. Let's do exactly on the top of this wick, a little bit above, and you want to do 1 to 2. So 1 to 2 is roughly around here. To a lot of my students, they already made profits and they're good to go. And this is the most important thing. This little profit to someone that's new to trading might not think that's a lot. And that's the problem with people trying to become traders. It's not about you believing that you need big gains. It's about getting small gains, compounding it over time, and making huge capitals in your trading account. And thus going to give you the opportunity to leverage your trading to make your trades even better. So this is the way to go. We already made profit and we're good to go. So the other thing that I want to talk about, I just want to give you one last little suggestion. So to all those that are wondering how to be traders, I just want to give you guys a little cool detail right here, okay? I just want to give you guys a gem of my appreciation. So let's look at this and let's go like this. Okay, so we had this move to the downside. Let's say right here, this is the A move. So this is going to be the AB equals CD move. So let's look at this very carefully, guys. So we have the B here, we have the C as well, and the D is exactly where we're looking for. D, we would not know exactly where it's going. Typically, when people are looking at the ABC, they're looking for a reversal pattern, maybe a push to the upside. This is very crucial if you're understanding exactly how to trade. So please make sure to pay attention. So once again, we do have the AB move right here, and AB is supposed to equal CD. So if you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say, if AB is right here, we're going to take the leg of AB and use it exactly for the CD move. And once we put it for the CD move, look at this very carefully. This is where our target should be when we're roughly looking at an estimated value on where price should reversal for a short period of time if it does not continue to the downside. So right here, when you look at that exactly, to a lot of whales, to a lot of great investors that understand trading, they already took a lot of profits right here. This is exactly where you would take your profits and understand that price can eventually do two things. Price can go back up here, find great resistance, maybe a double top formation, and we're still underneath the trend. Then eventually we could see price going lower. So if that's the case, that's going to be a good trend for the price to go lower and eventually see our lower lows get broken and go lower and lower. That is the other thing as well if you want to be traders. If we do see price breakout of this beautiful zone and then we see a retest, that's going to give me confirmation that eventually we are going to test our all-time highs for this swing. Then we can see the Elliott wave formation, and then we can see a lot of great information coming on into the future for us to decide exactly what to do. So right here, guys, we do have that formation. It's good to see that we're good to go in a sense that we're continuing this beautiful downtrend, okay? So let me move this away as well. And also, this is our major trend line when we're looking at it at a bigger scale of the picture, okay? The smaller trend line is going to be right here, and this trend line is just going to give me confirmation if we get pullbacks that slowly I can enter for short sells, okay? Once this is broken does not mean I'm still bullish. It means the price needs to break these levels before I become bullish at all. Right now, we're still in a bearish sentiment. We can see price going lower for this 4-hour time frame, but remember, guys, on the 1-day scale, this is just a big pullback, okay? So this big pullback is only going to give us confirmation for when the future price is going to explode, break all of these levels, and then we're going to go to the moon. So that is the other way of looking at it, okay? So this is really cool, guys. Remember very carefully, AB, the leg of AB equals CD. We have that retracement. We're good to go. The price is eventually going to go up, or it's going to continue to the downside. We need to see how price is going to react at this level. This is going to be my important level. If price reacts the way I think it is, I'm going to look for another sell order, and then we're going to see price going back down. That's very important to understand these key points, okay? So let me take away this, and this. Okay, so we're gonna look at some indicators that a lot of students do like. Particularly, I don't have to trade with indicators. I'm just a naked trader. If you guys look at this, it is retesting the same structure. The bottom of this lower low is finding resistance right here. We can eventually see price breaking down, but this is pretty harsh. It is moving really fast. We just have to see how it holds. If it doesn't hold, we do see price going up. I'm not really too afraid. A lot of people would be afraid, but once you have no nerves, and when you're trading, you need to understand, you need to put your emotions away, hide it, put it in a different room, come back as a robot, and you'll understand you'll kill the markets. Okay, so that is pretty cool. We do see price being respected exactly around this level. We'll eventually see what price will do. If price does go up here and finds resistance, we'll see price going back down. If it doesn't, we can actually see it finding resistance right here and then crashing to the downside. Remember, it's very important to put some limit orders for your buys and stuff, because the price can actually spike down and just go back up. Whales would do that typically just to get a lower price and not let the little fishes eat as well. Okay, so that is really important. So let's look at this very carefully, guys. Very important. When we're looking at the Ichimoku, we already have the crossover. We had the move to the downside. We had a lot of resistance. Also, we were underneath the red cloud, showing us bearish descent, following a pullback to a key level of resistance. Then we seen price going out. So this was a key trade that I personally took, made a ton of money, and I'm totally happy. That's the way to trade. Okay, so that is going to be the Ichimoku, the pivot points. Look at this, real cool, guys. Okay, when we're looking at the pivot points, exactly, the pivot was crushed. It went to lower side. Once it went lower, a lot of people say, we're looking for S1, S2 absolutely hit. Look at exactly where S5 is, guys. S5 is exactly at 0.0050. That is not a coincidence. That is exactly where price can eventually go. If it does go here, this is going to be one of our strongest holds. That is the best time to buy your Omi tokens. Remember, don't buy it exactly at this level. There is a lot of levels before this that price can eventually reverse. A lot of people are looking for a deal, and remember, this is like an auction. To someone that might find this level a little bit higher than 0.0050, a better deal would typically say, you know what, this is a better deal. I want to go all in and buy the market here. So you might not get a chance to get your orders filled if someone wants to buy at a lower price or a higher price for the price to go up. So it's about how they feel and how they want to do so. Okay, so that's pretty cool to look at the pivot points. That is exactly what it's showing me. Last but not least, I want to give you guys a good information right here. Look at this very cool thing right here. Okay, let's look at this right here. I'm gonna put the moving average. Moving average is pretty cool, especially if you're a trend trader. You can work off of these levels, still make a ton of money. But me, I take reverse trades, I take bullish trades. I make a lot of money. I understand time is my money, and thus making me believe that I like to look in the markets. It only takes me 5 to 10 minutes to have a bias and then make a position. So that's how I do it, and it works all the time. So right here, guys, look at this very carefully. Above this beautiful moving average, we're bullish. We understand we're bullish, and then eventually, guess what? We do see price going lower. Right now, it does look like we can see a wick off and the price going lower. That would be pretty shocking. Or even a big wick to the top, a huge wick to the top, and then still closing below this. I wouldn't even be surprised. I've seen it all, and guess what? This is amazing ways for a lot of people to sell their tokens and buy it at a cheaper price. Remember, a lot of things are happening for Ecomi. We do have a lot of great things like the mutable X and everything, and even great news about even talks about Pokemon and all of these great stuff does not mean these numbers are going to lie. Once I see levels being broken, that's when I decide I am bullish. Right now, I'm here to only make what makes sense to me. So that is the way to be a trader. So this is very important, guys. We do see that crossover. We do have a minor pullback. This can absolutely go lower. We could see a pullback to the top side, but remember, in order for us to start being bullish, we need this line to be broken. Until this line is holding, we're still going to be bearish. Okay, also, when we're looking at the head and shoulders, there's a lot of ways to draw this. A lot of people can say, hey, look, this looks like the head and shoulders right here. Then we have that pullback retracement, a nice beautiful touch, then price going down. If that's the case, it can absolutely happen. Go for the neckline to the top, take it, and then put it towards this breakout. And this breakout right here shows me roughly that 0.0051 is the area that we could see a reversal. Like I said, guys, there's a lot of ways to play this symmetrical triangle. We have a lot of ways. Remember, guys, it's about how you perceive the market and how you could be a better trader. And that's what I'm going to do for a lot of my students. I want you guys all to do your best. That's why I do my best to give you guys free content to become better traders. So hopefully, guys, if this video does help, please do me a favor. to like this video, share this video, and make sure to comment. I would love to hear your replies, guys, and just let me know exactly how your trading career is going and everything of that nature. I just want to say one last thing. I cannot tell you how proud I am for everyone to be a part of this journey, to become students, to become future entrepreneurs and make a ton of money. You know, I've heard a lot of great stories. I want to hear more stories. I love every single one of you guys for just staying in tune and watching this video. Other than that, I just want to say today is the day that 100 students are going to be accepted. So if you are the lucky student that is being accepted, welcome one more time. Welcome to the family. All right, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Take it easy and John out. Peace.